Thanks for joining me today. A couple of years back, I read this wonderful article about a company that was trying to do a test to see which manager would be best fit for their upper management team. So they had a choice of two managers. Now, these two managers worked in different stores but in the same region or district. And these managers had different ways of leading and or managing, if you will. So let's look at leader A. Leader A was a workaholic. He worked 60 to 70 hours a week. He tried to do everything himself, even though he had a competent team. But he felt like he had to do everything on his own. And what little that he felt he couldn't do, he would delegate, but he would literally stand over the shoulders of his team to ensure that they did it right. What kind of leader is that? That would be very frustrating. As a matter of fact, the team reported that it was very frustrating because it didn't show that he or the leader trusted them. And so he still got the work done, but he was a workaholic. He was killing himself. Now, leader B is on the opposite side of the spectrum. He works 40 hours a week. Reason being is because he took the time to teach and train and coach his team to do their jobs and understand why they did what they did. So he was able to do his work and then delegate the rest and hold them accountable when they didn't do what they were supposed to do. But at the same time, he showed them that he trusted them to carry on the tasks that he delegated for them to do. Therefore, he was able to have a life and work 40 hours a week and still be just as productive as leader A. Now, in this region, leader A and leader B, every quarter, were the top two leaders in their division or their district. So now the company had to figure out which leader would be best for promotion. So against their better judgment, I think, they went with leader A, which was the workaholic. Well, that turned out to be a catastrophe because he continued to work long hours. He still didn't trust his team, which created more frustration because the team was really upset because he showed lack of trust and he didn't really train them that well so that he could hoard the information and keep all the knowledge and work to himself so he could seem like he was important and he was getting the job done, which he was. But not really a good leader because great leaders don't do that. We work on coaching other leaders and training and holding others accountable to the duties and tasks that have been given to them. So eventually, long story short, leader A eventually wore himself out. He burned out and pretty much resigned. So now the company looks at leader B. So they bring him in. And what happens? Success. Even though he got promoted, he's still working the 40, 45 hours. Let's just be honest here. But he was still able to delegate. And as a leader, he was still able to talk to his team and share the vision, share the goals, what they were trying to obtain every quarter or every year, whatever the case was. And he was still willing to train and help others. And at the same time, let's not forget, hold everyone accountable for their duties and responsibilities. So in the end, leader B wound up being the better leader in the store where he was working at first and for the promotion. And not only was he great or very successful at that, the senior management asked him to train other leaders in other districts on how to do what he did so that they wouldn't have so much burnout in that position. So I say that to say to you today, what leader are you? Are you the 60 to 70 hour a week person who's got to do it all himself? Or are you the 40, 45 hour a week person who takes the time to train and coach their team, give them responsibilities and duties, and hold them accountable for their actions if need be? Which one are you? The title of the article was, I Can't Promote You Because You Work Too Much. And really, the stigma in society today has been work, 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 work. That's the sign of success. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against hard work. I believe in hard work, but I believe in working smart too. If you have a competent and willing and able team, use them. That's what they're there for. So that you can focus on the roles and responsibilities that you're supposed to as a leader and a manager. See, someone has to be able to see above the clouds and see down the road and see where things are going and what this team needs to do in order to be competitive, not only now, but in the future. So how can a leader do that if he or she is constantly in the weeds doing all the work while the team is just standing back watching them? Can't do that. Build you a good team, train them, coach them, allow them to grow and make mistakes, train them and coach them on their mistakes, allow them to make decisions, and sooner or later you'll have a team that's running like a well-oiled machine and needing less and less of your time. Therefore, you can focus on the bigger picture and help your team and guide that ship in the right direction to success. Okay? All right, that's my time for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping that these videos can really help you in whatever area that you're leading in today. Okay? Because my job and my goal is to make you the best leader that you can be so that you can have more fun and more fulfillment and more flexibility and more freedom. Now, who doesn't want that? You can get it, but your leadership has to be in the right format so that you can accomplish that and be successful on the leadership end as well. Thanks again for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this or audio clips, please go to my website at www.chadbumgarner.co. And also on Twitter, give me some feedback. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. My Twitter handle is @Chad_Bumgarner. Okay? And there's also this Periscope every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about the very same things that I'm saying here on my YouTube channel. So, again, thanks again for joining me. Take care. And remember, be addicted to bettering yourself. Okay? Be addicted to becoming better every day. All right? And lastly, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?